welcome back to the channel. So now we're on to part 3 of my horror collection. So, wow. There's going to be a lot of parts to this. I'm so sorry. This might actually spill over into next week, or maybe I'll just have 5 uploads every day this week. Don't get used to that. Especially I have craft fair coming up, I have to actually get to work. But this is going to be my franchises. I do keep them together, like series type thing. I do keep them together for the most part. I'm not the most organized person. The rest of them are, these are not in any order whatsoever, just the franchises stuck together, but the rest of my DVDs are just in rough alphabetical order, like it's just A's, B's, C's. I don't go beyond that and like put the A's in alphabetical order too. Like, it's just roughly alphabetical. So if that bothers you, I'm really sorry. I'm just not the most organized person. I need a little bit of chaos. But anyway, let's get into shelf number 1 of my franchises. Starting with, apparently, the Grindhouse movies. I love both of these for completely different reasons. I will always love this because that is my favorite classic car. Chevy Nova. My favorite. Like, you know, I love me an Impala because I love me a Supernatural, but Chevy Nova will always be one of my favorite classic cars ever. Along with the Dodge Dart, which my dad owned as a child, and he sold it and someone still drives it around. My dad owned as when I was a child. He owned the Dart, and he sold it when I was really, really little. But the person still owns it and is still driving around here, so I get to see it every now and then. It's orange, it's gorgeous. But yeah, I love this. I love cars. I love classic cars, so this is great. I love Zoe Bell, and almost every actress in this is amazing. The Planet Terror is, this is your gory one. This is your batshit zombie movie. This is great. Rose McGowan, love her so much. All right, so here's we have the rest of the Hostels. I had Hostel 1 up here somewhere and a box set type thing. But this is part 2, which is my favorite of the series. Part 3, which is my least favorite of the series. It does have its good moments, but the characters, I know the point is that the characters are unlikable, because that's kind of the point of the first one, is that these American guys are just assholes, so you don't mind seeing them get tortured. But I kind of liked the characters in the second one, and I was rooting for them a bit more, so I think that's why I liked the second one better. These are the Resident Evils that I own. I own Resident Evil 1. It's a very old case. I have Apocalypse, which still has the $6.99 sticker on it, one where I bought it from Blockbuster, I think, or HMV, I'm not sure. And Resident Evil Extinction. These are the only 3 of them I actually really enjoy. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan unless you're talking about games. I do like the games. I love Village. Village was sick as fuck. Like, we've been through that game a few times now. I love it. I can't wait to see if they ever make a movie. I love it. Lake Placid 1 and 2. I think there's more of these. These are the ones I own. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Betty White is a goddess in this. This one is stupid, but I kind of love it. I have here the Blade movies. We have Blade 1 and 2. And this fancy ass cover with the shininess for Blade 3. I love all of these. There's not a Blade movie that I don't like. They're cheesy, they're stupid, and I kind of love them because of that. I have the Alien Quadrilogy box set, which I'm not going to take out because it's a pain in the butt to take out. It's like this big folding out thing. And I also have Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Alright, so now we're going to move on to shelf number 2. Okay, and we're back with shelf number 2. So what we have here are the rest of the Chucky movies that I own, which is Child's Play 3 and Seed of Chucky. I don't have Child's Play 2, and I don't have Bride. Those are the ones I'm missing, so at some point I will get my hands on those. I have Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness I have on Blu-ray, and the remake I also have on Blu-ray. I have House on Haunted Hill and Return to House on Haunted Hill. I'm not sure why I still have a DVD copy of this. I'm going to actually lay this aside right now and possibly get rid of that. I'll ask first because I do believe it belongs to my mister, but I don't see the need of having doubles. So that can go to a friend that might enjoy it and make me worry. But I really love the original House on Haunted Hill. Not the original. I love the original too, but the remake of House on Haunted Hill, I love it. It's good. It's cheesy fun. I absolutely love it. I have I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Both of these I would sit down and watch any day of the week. The second one being a little more dumb than the first one, but still great. Then we have This Atrocity, which I'll sit down and watch, but nah, man, it's not great. I have This Is My Hannibal Lecter collection. I have Manhunter, which I absolutely love. I love that Stephen Lang is in that before he turned into like badass Stephen Lang. And then I have Red Dragon, the remake. I also love Silence of the Lambs, of course. That is such a good movie. This gets a lot of hate, but I actually love this, and I'll actually probably sit down and watch this before Silence of the Lambs, because Silence of the Lambs gives me such anxiety and stuff. Like, it is more of a serious movie. This one doesn't take itself so seriously. It's kind of stupid, so I kind of like this one. I'll sit down and watch it better, but Silence of the Lambs is the superior movie. But Red Dragon and Hannibal, I'll probably sit down and watch for the rest of them. This I was not a fan of. The only thing I liked about this movie at the time is that the main actor was incredibly attractive. That's it. The guy that plays Hannibal was attractive. I am more a fan of the actual TV show, which was canceled, and it's sad, but that was really good. I have this 28 Days Later box set with the first two. I don't think there's any more. I have this Prom Night collection, which has the first four. I don't think there's any more of them. I'm looking at French. Prom Night, Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night 3, Last Kiss, and Deliver Us from Evil. Fun fact, the first, I hate the little flap on these types of box sets. It's so hard to get in. You end up doing that. Fun fact, what I was going to say is that the first Prom Night movie I ever saw was Deliver Us from Evil, was the fourth one, was Prom Night 4. And that's because my mom had it, and I watched it, and I thought it was really stupid. So I didn't watch any of the other Prom Night movies because I thought they were going to be stupid. Then I realized I watched it over and over and over again. I'm like, wait, maybe I like stupid. So that was one of the first movies that really got me thinking, I kind of like dumb movies. So, but I actually think I prefer Prom Night, Hello Mary Lou. I like Mary Lou. I have the Rob Zombie Halloweens. I love these movies. I know people hate them. I prefer the second one to the first one. The first one, I am one of those people that actually don't like the whole backstory of Michael Myers thing. Like, once they get out of the asylum, this movie gets fantastic for me. And this is just stupid and great, and I love it. This is just Rob Zombie puked, and this is what came out. And I love that. I have the 30 Days of Nights. This was a fantastic movie. This was not. I think these are Canadian movies, but they're called Decoys. They're more sci-fi. They're about aliens. Hot aliens that don't have belly buttons, that can't stand heat. They gotta be cold. And they're really dumb. The second one is not that great, but this one is really stupid and great. Like, I love this movie so much. I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, I do have the original Lost Boys. I have The Lost Boys, which is The Lost Boys. I fucking love The Lost Boys. And I don't remember which one of these came first. I really don't. It's So I have Lost Boys: The Thirst. You gonna tell me what year you came out, my friend? No? And I have The Tribe. And I don't know, I really like the lenticular cover of this one. I think that's really cool. But I don't know which of these came out first, but I kind of like them both in their own dumb, stupid ways. And I just realized that I should probably put these aside and see if anybody wants them in the family, because I also have The Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2. Maybe I kept this because I like the lenticular cover, but I mean, I think I can take that off pretty easily, actually. The one that just keeps the lenticular cover, I could, and give away these. Talk about what if the mister when he gets home. Because I think they might be his. I don't know. Yeah, that is shelf number 2 done. We're gonna move on to the next shelf now. Okay, so I don't even know what shelf we're at. So this is the next shelf. This we're gonna start out with. Yeah. These are the other Exorcist movies that I have collected so far. I have Exorcist 2, The Heretic, which is not the greatest, but I'll watch it, but it's not the best. I don't have Exorcist 3. Exorcist 3 is probably my favorite one, and I don't have it, which is a travesty. And I have Exorcist The Beginning. I don't have Dominion, which is pretty much the same movie as this, and I don't remember which one I like better. I really don't, but there was a whole big thing with that. That's a long story as to why there's 2 prequels to The Exorcist, but I kind of like both of them, so. Alright, now we're getting into a big one here. Yes, okay, so I have Night of the Living Dead, original black and white. Night of the Living Dead, remastered and colorized. Sort of. Night of the Living Dead 3D with Sid Haig. This one is fun. Dawn of the Dead. I do have the remake of Dawn of the Dead, but it's down with these. I don't know why the 3D one is not down here. I don't make a lot of sense to myself, so don't try to make sense of me. Day of the Dead. Love this one. And Land of the Dead. I think I have Diary. I don't have Diary or Survival of the Dead. I thought I did. If I find them down here, I'll put them up with those. Anyway, the next lot is the John Carpenter's Vampires. This is a sick movie. I love this movie. This is like nostalgia right here. It's great. And Vampires 2, Los Muertos. This has John Bon Jovi's in it. Eat John Bon Jovi. Huh. So you can tell that one gets a little... Yeah. It's dumb and I like it. Creepshow and Creepshow 2. I do not have Creepshow 3, nor will I probably ever get Creepshow 3. I'm not such a fan. It's actually really hard to find Creepshow 3. Okay, another big franchise. But I don't have all of them, but I want all of them. It's just getting there. Hellraiser. Everybody knows Hellraiser, I'm sure. I also have Inferno. I do not have Hellraiser 2. I have Hellseeker. Those two I don't really enjoy. Deader, I actually do enjoy Deader. I thought this one was pretty cool. And I am one of the rare people. I actually really like this one. It's not really a Hellraiser movie. It's more... I don't know what this is. Lance Hendrickson's in it. Friggin' Henry Cavill or Cavill or whatever you want to call him. The fucking Witcher, Superman, whatever. He's in this. One of my favorite horror actresses is in this, and I can never remember her name. Catherine Winnick, I believe, is the one. She's also in Satan's Little Helper, which is one of my favorite movies. So, yeah. I actually enjoy Hellworld for what it is, not as a Hellraiser movie, though. I'm missing one. What? Hang on. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a movie. I might find somewhere along the line here. But this is Boogeyman 2 and Boogeyman 3. I know I have Boogeyman somewhere. I just don't know where. What happened to it. But I actually prefer these two. These are really stupid. They don't make any sense. And I think that's why I like them. Because I really like dumb movies. One of my favorite franchises is next. Actually, a lot of my favorite franchises are coming up. Urban Legend. I love me some Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend type things. Your slashers from the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. Golden. Love Urban Legend. I actually love the sequel. I love Final Cut. This one wasn't the greatest, but it's watchable. It's not as good as the original. This is Urban Legend Bloody Mary. I have this because you will notice that I have kind of an obsession with urban legends in general, and Bloody Mary specifically, I absolutely love. So, I have next Return of the Living Dead, one of my favorite movies of all time. I've seen this so many times. Trash is queen. Love her. The comedy in this movie is so great. They talk about Night of the Living Dead as if it's canon, as if it's like Night of the Living Dead was based on real events, and then when they shoot the zombie in the head or destroy the brain, the zombie doesn't die, and the guy goes, "You mean the movie lied?" Like, that's the best thing. I love that. I don't have 2 or 3. I don't know if there's a 4th one before these, but I do have this box set, which is one of my favorite things ever, and that is Return of the Living Dead, Necropolis, and Rave to the Grave. And I'll tell you now, this cover art, but the uncensored version, because she has a dress on there, she doesn't there. I want this as a poster. That is one of my favorite cover arts ever on a movie. It is so cool. And I love these movies. These are real stupid. Real stupid. In this one, this is Return of the Living Dead, Necropolis. The same actors are in both, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like, well, this is what would have happened if this happened to the... I forget what the chemical is. I'll remember as soon as I stop filming. But this is if the government got its hand on it and turned it into, like, a weapon, and they, like, weaponized the zombies. So basically, that's more of a direct sequel to Part 3, because that's what's happening in Part 3. And this is one where they find a canister of it and turn it into a drug which is similar to ecstasy, and they have a rave and everybody's high on the drug and turn into zombies. And you get the tar man holding up a sign, hitchhiking to the rave, and it's amazing. It's like rave or bust written on it. Like, it's stupid and it's wonderful. Oh, look what I found. I knew there was something going on there. Boogeyman. I knew I had it. I knew I had Boogeyman. I saw that in the cinema. And to me, if I see something in a cinema, it's kind of a big thing because we don't have a normal cinema where I live. I actually have to drive 3 hours both ways. Drive in 3 hours, out 3 hours to get to a decent cinema. Our cinema is just a screen and a bunch of chairs. Like, it's really old, really ratty. We don't get a lot of good movies. So, yeah. If I see something in a cinema, I saw that first when it came out in the cinema. I don't watch a lot of movies in the cinema, which is why I'm always late to the game when reviewing movies. Because if they don't come out on streaming, I don't see them until they do. Okay, so I also have these 3. These are the first 3 Final Destination movies. I enjoy all 3 of these. I hated 4? Was it 4 that I hated the one that started with the racetrack. But I love the one that had that was a prequel. I like that one a lot. Okay, so that's it for that shelf. Okay, this is the last section. I think this is the last lot I'm filming for today because it's getting very warm. This wig is getting very hot. And I think, well, you won't notice the difference, but I think I'll be filming the rest of this tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, by the time these 3 videos go up, I'll have the next lot ready, which is just my straightforward DVDs. I have a lot And I didn't realize I had so much. But let's get right back into it. We have the See No Evil and See No Evil 2. I love these. I talked about these in my wrestling horror movies. This one I bought apparently for $13.99 from some video store. And I actually prefer See No Evil 2 because I fucking love Catherine Isabelle so much. And I love Danielle Harris too, so both of those are in here. This is my Amityville. It was a box set, which is why it has this with it. I lost the outer case when I moved, but the Amityville Horror, the original. Amityville 2, The Possession. Amityville 3D. And Amityville Confidential, which is like a documentary type thing. These are some more Friday the 13th movies. Well, sort of, that I have there. I have the 8-pack. I don't have Part 9. But I do have Jason X, which is one of my favorites of the franchise. And Freddy vs. Jason, which, sorry, I absolutely love. I know a lot of people hate it, but I absolutely love it. Okay. So, I do have the original Halloween. I just don't have it on Blu-ray yet. I have H2O. This is one of my favorites in the franchise. I have Resurrection. Not one of my favorites in the franchise, but with the exception of the first scene, I think this is a hilarious movie, and I will watch it anytime. I actually watch it during Halloween almost every year. And I have this copy with the cool glow-in-the-dark slipcover of Halloween 2018? Yeah, that one. 40 Years Later one. And finally, the last two movies I have here, I don't know where my copy of the original of these is, but I have Ginger Snaps 2 and 3. I love all three of these movies, but I have no idea whatever happened to my copy of the original Ginger Snaps. And that makes me sad, because that was just one of the defining movies of my life. Like, I love that movie so much. I also do very much like Part 2 and 3, though. So that's it. That's it for my franchises. In the next video, we'll be getting into the actual, just normal DVDs. Might be a few franchise ones in there that I don't have the rest of. It's possible. But, yeah. That's that. Holy crap. I didn't realize this was going to take as long as it did. I've been at this for hours. And now I have to sit down and edit all these videos and schedule them. So that's kind of great. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about when these go up. I know the Blu-ray one will be up on Monday, which you've already seen because this is the third one. But yeah. Gonna go now and edit these videos and take off this wig. Why is it I wait until it's the hottest day to wear a friggin' wig? The glories of growing your hair out. Alright. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!